Brock, was there ever a point these last 4 days where you thought you might not be able to play tonight?
I don't think so. I knew that I was going to come out, start the game off, and just try to get into a rhythm and see how my oblique and all that kind of stuff felt, and then make a decision honestly. But my mindset was, man, I'm coming into this place to play and to start, and so that was that. So, in warm-ups and stuff, sort of had to work through some pain and whatnot, but once the game started, man, I was ready to roll and felt a little something throughout the game and whatnot on some throws. But for the most part, man, our treatment staff and everyone did great in terms of getting me ready, and I was definitely able to play, for 4 quarters. So. Yeah.
So what was it like? Did you have to adjust your motion at all just to protect it or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just, my mindset was, man, even though I haven't thrown a ball, I played 4 days ago, so I know where guys are supposed to be. I know what it's like to rip a ball on rhythm and on time. And so I just wanted to make sure my motion was good. At some walkthroughs, wasn't ripping anything. But I knew once game time had come around, the adrenaline would be pumping and my blood would be flowing and I'd be just fine. So I'm glad it turned out well. Yeah, man. I think the first one, you fake 2 screens and then throw to Kittle down the middle is great. A great play design and call by Kyle, man. That was huge. Just to get George the ball and then have him get the yards after the catch, man. Like, that's what he does best. And so that was awesome. And then the other one, man, credit to Christian. He had a swing out to the left, and the defense was right out of the half. They were probably game planning to stop Christian because I kept hitting him out of the backfield. So really, Christian brought all the attention, and George slipped through and on the corner, just make sure I got him the ball, and he did the rest after. But that's who George is. He's honestly one of the best in the NFL in terms of making a play after the catch.
Can you take us through that rollout scramble slide in the game? What was going through your mind on that play?
Yeah, another pretty good play call by Kyle. Really just play in a sense, fake a run, roll out right. You got Christian in the flat, and my mindset was, man, we just got to get this clock moving and get the chains. And so I knew I had whoever was chasing me beat. Going back, I'd probably dive head first, but I made it a little too close with the slide with the ball out. But I'm glad we got the first down and had the change and the clock rolling. But credit to Kyle for the play call, man. That was a great play call in the right time.
You got injured diving head first for the first down on a run. Did that go through your mind at all? Or maybe you weren't physically able to do that? Maybe?
You talking about on that play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it sort of was going through my mind. This whole week it was, man, do your part in terms of getting the ball out, stay safe, try not to take any unnecessary hits. And so in that moment, I thought I had the guy beat well enough so that I could slide right when I got past the sticks. It was a little close. So the competitive side of me says, man, just dive head first, just get it real quick, whether it hurts or not. Let's try to win in that kind of moment. So, but I'm glad we got the first down either way.
You seem like a guy who stays in the moment pretty well. But you have 11 days off now. Can you even think, like 4 days ago, Tom Brady was on the other team and you guys win, and tonight for your second start, you guys win the NFC West. Has that sunk in, like what you've done here in the last 4 days?
Yeah, I mean it's special and everything, but man, honestly, I'm just like another component. I'm another piece to this team in terms of a guy coming in just doing what he's asked of. I'm the quarterback. I have to make decisions. I trust in how the coaches teach me throughout the week. I just try to get the ball out to the guys on time. And honestly, man, I don't think Jimmy and Trey get enough credit for what they've done. I'm just now coming on the scene where these guys have been here. Throughout the offseason for Trey, and then Jimmy coming in and leading these guys and winning, And so for me to come in, and I just want to continue what they got rolling. So a big credit to Jimmy and Trey for what they've done, especially in the quarterback room for the team. And I'm just trying to do my part in terms of where we're at now in the season. So definitely not, all praise to Brock and what Brock's done. Those guys, they deserve all the credit. So I appreciate those guys.
You guys good on that? Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Christian, what's your emotion after this win, clinches the division, but, you know, your new, I guess, it's not so new anymore, but, you know, after arriving here just a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's hard to put into words. It's been a wild roller coaster, and obviously we still have a lot more left, but it's nice to be able to celebrate this one with an amazing group of guys, and I'm just so fortunate to be a part of this team.
Christian, since you've been here, there have been 2 quarterbacks. What does it say about the resilience of this team that you guys just keep going no matter what?
Yeah, I mean, I got here and, you know, I didn't know anything and know anyone, you know, personally, and I think it's a testament to, from the top down, from the ownership to the coaches and to the leaders on the team, that they've built this culture for a long time, and it's very obvious as soon as you get there. And a guy like Brock, who is able to step in like that, is a testament to Brock's character and his resilience, and it's also a testament to guys like Jimmy and Trey in that whole room, because they feed everyone, and that's just a cool thing to be a part of. So everyone on this team just plays with so much passion and purpose, and you can see it in the way they work all week. And so, like I said, I mean, I think my first emotion is just thankful to be a part of this team.
You come in, first of all, expecting that, and how do you turn your body around and be ready just from a physical standpoint for that time on such a short?
Yeah, it's tough. Those Thursday games are tough, but it is what it is. You know, you got to find a way, and our staff is really good at getting guys back and ready to go. You know, you put in a lot of recovery hours after last Sunday and do everything you can to get ready to go for Thursday.
What's it like for you? I mean, you carried such a big load in this game, and then you see, you know, the rookie George Mason come in and kind of finish it off. What are you doing on the sideline, watching him, seeing how he's doing?
Yeah, I called him Mariano Rivera. He's the closer. That, you know, it was awesome. That guy runs so hard. And, you know, for him to come in and finish the game like that was awesome. You know, obviously had a big workload, but, you know, to get some fresh legs in there and to close it like that was really cool. I was relieved, you know, won the game, so I was so fired up for him and for our whole team.
Christian, Kyle was saying there was some legitimate doubt about whether, I guess, Brock could play and then finish the game. I assume you were aware of his serious injury?
He's tough as nails. I know that. That guy's tough as nails, and he keeps surprising me every day with a lot of the stuff that he's doing. So I'm fired up. He's on our team.
Anything else? All right,
Thanks, guys.
So bear with me. Yeah, I don't know.
Fred, just how special is this one for you guys?
Really special. You know, now being in it for a little bit, my 5th year, I've gotten one division win or one division title, and then knowing that they don't come every year, you know, and you got to grind for it, knowing that we got it in this fashion and in this atmosphere again, it means the world. Complete team win. We needed everybody, and I'm just super proud of the group.
What was the best part of that celebration?
You know, what happens in the locker room stays in there, but lots of dancing and screaming.
Kyle was like authentically saying that he did not know whether Brock was going to play even through the warm-ups. Did you know that? Did you feel that?
I didn't know that. I'm glad he did play. Just super proud of Brock, the way that he's competed and obviously fighting through adversity today. Can't speak enough about how big he's been for us.
Just to see him do it on this field, obviously the playoffs right there, what does that mean for you?
You know, I would like to say that I'm shocked, but I'm not. I really haven't had to say anything to him. You know, sometimes you see a rookie quarterback or just a rookie in general, you might want to go over to him and let him know, like, hey, I got your back. But I really haven't felt the need to do that to him because I know Brock. I know what he's made of. And, you know, not much got to be said to him. I know he's ready to go.
How big was that play right before half in terms of kind of turning things back your way?
Yeah, huge, big play, Dre, baby. You know, I can keep going on and on about him, but he just continues to write the script himself. Just with how he plays out there, you can't deny it. making big-time plays and big-time moments. He continues to ball out. He's a baller, one of the best. I'm happy to share the field with him.
Does it sometimes feel like you and him are like racing each other in the ball sometimes?
Yeah, it's always a race, man. That's just what we pride ourselves on, not only in our room but in the entire defense. I think that's what separates us, what makes us different, is the genuine want and need for everybody to get there and to, get there with a purpose. I think that's what makes us different.
It's probably not the norm in the team would be on its third quarterback at this point in the season and have just clinched the division. Do you ever sit back and kind of think, or had a chance to kind of sit back and think about that at all?
No, I'll probably sit back and think about it at the end of this thing, however it turns out. But when you're in it, you're just so dialed in on taking this thing one day at a time, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Anybody else?
All right, guys, thanks.
What was that celebration like in the locker room, or just generally?
Fantastic, great vibes. Actually, they pulled me and Brock out for some Thursday night. I got to go talk to Tony and Fitzpatrick and Sherm and Whitworth, and so I missed a little bit of it, but I'm assuming that I'm going to be able to party on the plane just a little bit with them, so I'll continue that vibe. No, we're not allowed to, so no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be very responsible tonight. I'm going to Uber home, too.
What did Richard Sherman have to say?
Oh, just so happy. Sherm he meant a lot to me when he played here. I learned a lot from him, just like how to be a vet player, how to hold yourself, how to try to be great every single day. And so just every time you see him, he just got such an energy to him. You can tell how much he misses the game, but just how much he appreciates football and how much he loves football players. And it's just, every time you see him, you just get the biggest smile on your face, and you can just feel his energy. And so being able to, always play in front of Sherm always means a lot to me.
When the Hollywood play comes in, Kyle told us the name of it.
Nice.
What are you thinking? Or, I know that
Touchdown every time. That's what I'm first. That's your thought process. Whenever Kyle dials something up that you're going to get the ball and try to speak it into existence, so you got to say touchdown. Just visualize it, and it was actually perfect. I got to see the tape, but the way it sounded, I heard like a radio call of it. It's a fake left, it's a fake right. All the backers vacate the middle, and I just kind of block, and I go. We ran against the Rams in 2018. I fake cut block on the front side, then I got up and ran. That one didn't score, so we stayed up this time, and it worked out a lot better.
Kyle said you once stayed down and there was an all-out blitz with Nick Mullins. Basically said that one didn't go so well.
No, that one went for 40.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, no, that's the only one I've ever dove on, but it was definitely an all-out blitz, and he got lit up for it. But it was a good play. I got some yak on it.
And on the second touchdown, you were the fourth.
Yeah, he literally said at halftime, he was like, hey, the ball's either going to go to Ayuk on the slant or it's going to go to the Christian. He's going to have a lead blocker and Juice. I felt like it was man coverage, but they had like the outside linebacker man cover me. He kind of chipped me, got out slow, but he got picked by someone else. And there's nothing like being wide open in football because it does not happen very much.
As well as anybody, how hard it is to win in this building. How meaningful is it for the second time celebrating the division?
Well, first off, like this stadium and these fans, like they're fantastic. And I know like you feel their hate and you just got to love it. Because I know like our Niners fans, we hate them, they hate us. But just like it's a fantastic atmosphere. It's always so loud. The fans bring it every single time. Being able to win here means a lot. I really learned that when we played with Joe Staley, and he just talked about how hard it is to win here. He's had big games here where he's won. He's had big games where he's lost. And so I just like kind of channeled my Joe Staley energy tonight. I definitely thought about that. And I just remember when we beat him in 19 and Joe was crying coming off the field. It's just like, you feel that and you realize how hard it is because, you don't get to this situation very often. I know my tight end coach told me last night in however many years, I think 15, 20 years he's been coaching the NFL. This was his fourth or fifth opportunity ever to clinch a division. And so he's like, they don't come very often. So don't let this opportunity pass. Like bring everything you can tonight. You're going to get a couple days off. Doesn't matter how tired you are. Bring it every single snap so we can celebrate. And, just got to take that to heart and go for it.
Two more questions. You feel like Kyle's kind of in a groove calling the plays and kind of got the thing in the rhythm?
Yeah, for sure. I'll say that whenever Christian McCaffrey touches a football, like I think it's going to be a touchdown. He ran his tail off tonight. He was violent. He was physical. He got downhill, made guys miss. And then for him to get a touchdown too, it's awesome. But definitely, we're in a groove. We definitely, our penalties were atrocious, honestly. You shouldn't win a lot of games like that. Luckily, they weren't great, with their penalties either. It's kind of back and forth. So definitely, not our cleanest game, but we made plays when we had to make plays. Jawan converts on third down. How about Ray McLeod taking a 3rd and 15 and getting a first down? And when Jimmy got hurt, we said, hey, our best players need to step up and make bigger plays. If Debo gets hurt, hey, our best players need to step up even more and make bigger plays. And that's what we're doing, and that's what we're going to continue to try to do.
I'm sure you're learning something new about Brock Purdy, but coming off an injury, dealing with what he dealt with all week, what did you learn about him?
Brock is he's been confident since he got here. He's got this edge to him. I don't want to say it's a chip on his shoulder, but he's just got this confidence to him, and we've seen that in OTAs when we drafted him. He came into training camp as a third QB, and he won the 2nd spot. And then he was the 3rd quarterback for the first 2 weeks. Trey gets hurt, Jimmy goes in, and Brock's going against the best defense in the league for the last 13 weeks. So he's bringing it every single day. And I would watch those practices, and offense goes for 10 plays, and we watch the scout team offense go against our starting defense, and he's out there doing everything he can to shred them and just try to slice and dice them as much as he can. So I think he got better from that. When you're competing against that D-line and that secondary linebackers, you got to get a little bit better. And he definitely has. And this confidence, we saw it in preseason too. Like, he threw an amazing pass to Ross Dwelly against the Texans. He's not scared to make big throws, and he's also not scared to use his legs. And you got to love that about him. And having a mobile quarterback like that who's willing to risk his body, you got to love it.
All right, thanks, George.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you in Cali.
Arik, you know better than anybody how hard it is to win here, to clinch the division for the second time in 4 years here. Any extra meaning to do it on this field?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely tough. I've only done it twice in my 8 years, so that shows you how hard it is. And to do it against Seattle, we wouldn't want it any other way. A team that has been a thorn in our side for ever since I've been here. So to get it done against them definitely felt great.
Do you have an immediate sense you had an advantage on their offensive line? Just as
No, they have a good offensive line. They got 2 rookie tackles, so their tackles aren't as experienced as other guys, but they have a solid offensive line, and we definitely had to get after them and attack them. It just wasn't easy.
With all the injuries you guys have had at defensive tackle, do you put a little bit more on your plate to ramp up your game to compensate for all the losses?
Yeah, I definitely put a lot on myself. I know this team is going to need me to be my best down this stretch, and to get to where we want to get. So definitely put a lot of responsibility on myself to go out there and do my job at a high level.
How do you carry Heinrich playing defensive tackles?
Next question.
Arik, I'm sure the injury was frustrating, but I guess the upside is maybe fresh legs at this time of year. How fresh do you feel right now?
I feel fresh, but still getting myself back. Still knocking the rust off. I feel like I'm getting better and better each game, so that's been good.
Couple more.
He wasn't sure Brock could play with his injuries. Was the team aware of kind of where he was physically, and what does it say about him that he didn't play?
Yeah, I saw it. I was getting some rehab myself, and he was hurting last night and today, and to gut it out and have that type of performance, shows how tough he is. It shows his character, and we definitely needed that in the biggest game of the season. And so, my hat's off to him. I think as football players, we understand how hard it is to play through injuries and play through different stuff. So to see one of your teammates have a gutsy performance like that, and play through that injury and play through all that pain, you definitely have a different level of respect for him.
Anything else?
Yeah, just how do you feel about, you guys, with the defense you guys have, all the offensive playmakers you have, to, the most important position on the team, the quarterback, to have it as a rookie, not only a rookie, but a 7th-round draft pick. How do you guys feel about where you guys are right now with him and where you can go this season?
Yeah, I think they've been doing an excellent job. When you look at all the weapons we have on offense, somebody's bound to go off. It just depends who that day. And those guys, Debo, Christian, George, Ayuk, Jawan, all our skill positions, Ray. They're bound to go off at any time, and so it's hard to, when you have so many weapons, to keep all of them quiet throughout a game. And so that's definitely to our advantage.
When you talk about all those weapons, you have a lot of weapons and stars on this team. Is it unusual for you to think that there's not so much ego and it's really just what it takes to win the game?
I don't know if it's unusual. I've been here, 8 years, so I've seen the culture and that Kyle and John have built here, and I think it's been like this for a while. We love playing with one another. We have a lot of fun. Everybody's happy for each other's success, and we really don't bring in a lot of guys who are the opposite of that. Are self-centered and more focused on themselves. And they do a great job of who they bring in and add to our culture each year. And the main guys who've been here kind of continue that culture each year. But I think it's not unusual because I've been here. I don't know what it's like other places.
All right, thanks, Arik.
Yeah.
You're talking to Steve about how tough this place is to come and play. Does it mean a little bit more to wrap up the division for the second time on the home season?
Yeah, it does. It's one of our rivals, so it's just a great feeling to be in the mix.
Did you get an immediate sense that you were going to overwhelm your offensive line? Did you feel like early in the game,
Yeah. I think just from the first time we played them, we knew we had an advantage and we were going to have to take full advantage of it. And yeah, we definitely did our job.
What kind of explanation, if any, did you get on the
I landed on him. I just kind of, I don't know. I thought he still had the ball, so I was kind of thinking about while I was going to the ground whether he had the ball or not, and I forgot to roll off. I'm usually better at doing that, so it was a good call, I guess.
You did it the next time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. I had to make sure.
What is Brock Purdy? We've asked you this after every game so far, but was this kind of a new high after the two previous highs from what he showed out there, battling through his physical stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even tell he was hurting. So I've seen other quarterbacks around the league who have similar things with the ribs, and I've dealt with it before. It's brutal. So for him to not show any pain in his face and just his mannerisms and everything, it says a lot about who he is.
That's good. You guys have 7-0 since Christian McCaffrey became your starting running back. You just talk all the time about kind of complimentary football. How much has that, kind of improved, and what has he really done?
He's gotten better each week. He's learning the scheme. We made the trade because we knew how unbelievable of a player he was and how good he can be in this scheme. And it took him a little bit to get used to it. And but I've never been around a guy who cares more about performing. It's literally his livelihood. And adding a guy like that to the team, especially at a position where obviously is super important in Kyle's offense, it was a very important addition.
How does that show up?
Just his preparation, just how he goes about his business. Football means everything to him, and a lot of guys, it means everything to you, but I don't think he would be happy if he wasn't performing at the level that he expects. And even when he is performing well, I think the biggest thing for him is there's always more, and he's always finding more ways to get better. And he's always frustrated with his performance, which is kind of like me. Like, no matter how good you play, there's always more, and yeah, he's a beast.
That's good. Thank you.
Thanks.